I've been studying wealth, finance, investing, and money my entire adult life. And during that span, which unfortunately is now over 3 decades, there is one mind-blowing concept that I never heard anybody talk about. I guarantee you've never heard of this anywhere. Not from a motivational guru, not from a financial guru, and not from a get-rich-quick while you lie on the beach and play entrepreneur guru. This one concept is the underlying mechanism that will determine if you even have a chance at becoming a millionaire, billionaire, or whatever your financial goals are. So pay attention in the next 9 minutes, because what you will hear will blow your mind and make you think, holy shit, it is that simple. And by simple, I mean your understanding of wealth and how to make a fortune will be light years ahead of any Joe Blow walking down the street. So here's what you need to understand. Every human being on the planet, me, you, your parents, your children, your grandparents, every single one of us has a mathematical equation attached to our back. You can't see it, but it is there, and it is different for everybody. No one is immune from this equation, just like no one is immune from breathing air or drinking water. Think of it like an invisible backpack that is holding a bunch of variables, and those variables create your equation. And more importantly, you control the variables that are in your backpack and how they formulate your equation. So what is this mathematical equation that everyone has? It's called your wealth creation equation. Or more specifically, it is how you earn income and generate wealth. If you're unemployed and you don't make a dime, your wealth creation equation is simply 0. WCE equals 0. That's the equation you've put into your backpack. Now let's assume you get a job at McDonald's making $10 an hour. Congratulations, you've just put new variables into your backpack and got yourself a new wealth equation. So you go from WCE equals 0 to WCE equals 10 times hours worked minus taxes. So if you're trying to kill yourself by working 80 hours in 1 week at McDonald's, they will pay you 10 times 80 hours, or $800 minus taxes, leaving you with about probably $680. Now, if your goal is to become a millionaire in 2 years, you would need to work 100,000 hours at McDonald's, or 961 hours every week for the next 104 weeks. The problem is there's only 168 hours in a week. It is impossible to scale your time into 961 hours of work per week. And that is key distinction number 1 and number 2. You can absolutely not scale time. It is fundamentally impossible for you to work more than 168 hours a week. It is also impossible from a health standpoint. Time or hours is normally scaled at 40. Some people will push it and work 50, 60, sometimes 80 hours a week. But the bottom line remains, time cannot be scaled. Number 2, it is near impossible to scale wages or salary. No matter if you are making $25 an hour or $25,000 a year, you cannot walk into your boss's office and plead, "Please, sir, give me a 4,000% pay raise." Key distinction number 3, the mathematics of jobs, whether it's hourly or an annual salary, does not scale wealth because your wealth creation equation is constrained by time. You cannot work 300 hours in a week and you cannot work 300 years in a lifespan. Time and mortality limits your wealth creation equation. The same concept applies for the mainstream media's sacred cow, compound interest, otherwise known as save $100 a month for 50 years and one day you'll be rich. Same thing. You cannot scale Wall Street returns, which average about 7% a year. You will not, under any circumstances, make 4,000% in 1 year by maxing out your 401k in an indexed fund. And you cannot sit around for 200 years waiting for compound interest to work. And don't even get me started on inflation, but that's another video. Which brings us to our main point. Creating wealth is as simple mathematics, while observing that you have the power to change your wealth creation equation at any time. How? Your wealth creation equation changes through your behavior, through your choices, through your decision-making, career choices, and financial management. Getting a job is a choice which carries with it an equation. Starting a business dependent on your time is a choice which carries with it an equation. Spending $160,000 on a degree in medieval literature is a choice which carries with it an equation. Choices determine your equation, and you control all of it. So if you want to get rich, change your choices so your wealth equation in your backpack contains variables that can be scaled and manipulated.
So fourth is the WCE risk management, how WCE wealth creation is managing the risk, and how to start and how to be WCE affiliate. Okay, there's actually 5 problems that traders faces. If you're trading in the forex industry or stock market or options or a binary and a lot of things, this is common experience that a lot of traders go through. Tired of trying many strategies, keep blowing accounts, overwhelmed with a lot of information, and when you have too much of information, you get confused yourself, and very emotional trading where psychologically they disturb. Fifth is it requires a big investment to make. So this is what a lot of traders face. And if you face all this, amazing that we have a solution for that. Let's go to the investors faces problem. Tired of investing in the money scheme MLM. A lot of people go into money scheme because they don't know what is this kind of opportunity, how to evaluate a investment, which I'll be helping you to evaluate today. And second is stuck with the investment which has no control, which you only can deposit money where you have no control over the investment. And this is the most problem for investors faces. Third, the investment owners keeps the compounding effect. Investor never really experience it. So this, like, you make a lot of investment, but you never really enjoy the compounding impact. And fourth is huge downside, little upside. Most of the investments like that. So if you face all these issues, let me give you a solution. We have a solution, which is wealth creation equation. Now, before I jump to the solution, I just want to explain to you the magic is compounding over systematic trading model over a period. Now, if you see in the internet anywhere, Amazon shares is being sold at $2,000 per unit, and Berkshire Hathaway is being sold at $290,500. How is that possible to reach this amount? What Warren Buffett have done, which everyone knows is way of trading. This guy have compounded, literally never withdraw his profit. He really compounded, reinvest back all the dividend over like 50 years or 40 years. Then that took a huge upside, which is like few thousand%. So almost 4,000%. So it's possible to do that over the time. For that, you should not take the money out and you must reinvest again and again to see the upside. So as a trader, we have experienced this because there's a reason, like we deposit $100, which I showed with you guys, like we deposit $100. We don't, once we make $200, we don't take the money out, So now I want to personally experience a huge growth. For that, we have found the trader. The solution is our trader's compounded life account statement. I want to explain to you, this presentation is going to be a real true things where I'm going to lay out the real information. I want you guys to make your own decision where this is a life account which is uploaded in my FX book. You can click the link over here. See my FX book, the link, WCE creation. So if you click this page, it's not a Photoshop or edited one, it's a real my FX book. So you can see it will link you to the page. And what is important here, it's a double verified. So this is the third party independent company which promotes the traders who are very good. So we have uploaded there, and so that the other part of the world, everyone can see this opportunity. So if you see this trader, you have deposited, if you see over here, okay, let me show you that. So this trader have deposited 1,000 USD, and the withdrawal, you have withdrawn almost $50,000. That was like early of the year, this year. Okay, so this guy have okay, so the drawdown, the investment that you have made, the $1,000, first you only use 16% of the $1,000, which is $160, to grow the capital to this level. And monthly average is making, daily is about 0.5%, average is making 20% a month in order to be profitable in this. And if you're a trader, you know it's very possible to achieve. So let's go into the live account. I have access live account. Okay, this live account is not mine. You can see the name Mohammed Abdul Lufi. So what I've done is I spoke to the trader, and I don't trade cryptocurrency, which I have a very shallow knowledge in cryptocurrency, but I understand what the trader does. He's trying to do compounding on a very volatile instrument, which is possible. So if you see is live account, this is live account. This trader have deposited $1,000, and he only trade buy trade. Can you see this column? He only trade buy trade all the while, and he made a withdrawal of 50,000, and he have a stop loss. It's not that he's 100% accurate trader. There's actually a stop loss in between here and there. And what I was amazed is the way he managed the trade. Now let me show you one of a trade that he have got hit stop loss. Okay, let's put this one. Okay, look at this. This trader, I mean, since you guys are watching, let me explain. You must understand what this trader is doing. So the price is actually ranging higher. Can you see the price is going? So this guy is not buying when the price is cheaper. When price starts rising higher, he go and buy, and his stop loss is over here. So if you're a trader, this is the thing, you buy here, and when the price spike higher, he exceed the trade over here. This is what the trader is doing. And another losing trade. Let's see another losing trade. Losing trade. Okay, this one. Losing trade. Where is the losing trade? I think the data, okay, somewhere here. So we can't scroll because the data is too old. So this is the data that I want you guys to share and understand. This is a real account, and if you see real account on top, there's a real, okay, live. Now, what I want to share with you guys is how to read this. Okay, so if you see the my FX book, there's something called the trader have made 100 trades, and due to the lockdown and the market crash, and we are making some agreement and some collaboration with him, he stopped his trade, and he's going to start on the 1st May. Okay, this guy's past data is like this: profitability almost like 85% successful. So far, I've made almost 33,492 pips. Average bid is making about 472. Averagely, he's making $1,000 and losing 593. So his accuracy is close to like he's making EF advantage in the market. And the lots, the volume that you've entered over the 26 months, 417. Okay, so long win 81%. So is this guy's winning? Mostly, he's only trading 81% of the buy trade. He never really enters sell because he's very positive about Bitcoin that is going to shoot to $100,000, $50,000, this kind of concepts. Which I'm a bit shallow knowledge on that, but I'm going to this collaboration because it's trader. So not that I'm investing in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin instrument is very volatile and good for big high risk reward trade. This trade, this trader made the best trade about $4,000, and the worst trade was 2,374. And average, okay, this is the one thing that you have to look. Average, he holds a trade a day, and the profit factor, if you're a trader, if you have more than 2%, is a very good, and this guy got 7.85, and that's all. And if you see the data in 2008, this guy have made 11% first month, 18.26. The third month, he have made a loss of 2.9%, which is actually okay for this kind of growth. And he made about 22.8%, 11.19, 22.13, 27.76, 14%, 26, 18%, 8%, 9%, and month of year of 2019, 20%, 9%, 16, 7, 35, 34, 38, 15, 32, 20, 10, 12, 28, and 57. Then he stopped. So he knows like average, he make about 15 to 20%. But when he make about close to 60%, he say like for next 3 months he's not going to trade. So he's one of the disciplined trader that I've seen, and I'm quite personally impressed with this trader. And if you see, like this is what I explained to you, this wealth creation. And if you zoom in, we have shown the history. So we're not hiding anything over here. We're showing the history that you can actually see the how the trader entered the trade and what was the exposure. But we only logged the open trades, but the history is being revealed there because I want you guys to read, see, and understand. And regardless of the opportunity, what is very important over here, how WCE manages the risk is the important things. So I divide this opportunity into 3 segments. I see 3 possible risks involved. First is from the trader, from the brokerage, and from market. So if you don't know about forex industry or any investment, let me lay out the opportunity and the risk. I want you guys to make a decision. How are we managing the risk? Now, these are the questions you should ask yourself. First, regarding, let's handle the traders column. Is the trader capable of delivering the results? That's the first question you should ask. Second, what is the assurance he will deliver the same result again? So this is the 2 risks that I see in the trader's perspective. I'm actually, it's a neutral guy who's looking at the opportunity and presenting to you. Second, the brokerage, you must ask these 3 questions. How safe my money in this brokerage? Second, will the broker pay upon fund maturity? Why do I need to raise money? Which myself, why, if I have this opportunity, why should I raise? Okay, these are 3 questions you should ask. Okay, third, the market, how safe Bitcoin trading? Second, what is the risk exposure? Now, this is a very good question, and which I want you to understand and get clear with this. Now, this is my explanation. For the trader column, is the trader capable of delivering the result? Now, to evaluate a trader, you must see the result. And this guy has my FXbook Live account, which is worldwide, everyone can see. This answers the question. Now, the second question, what is the assurance that he will deliver the same result again? Now, I cannot assure on that, but what I have done is, if anything happened to the trader, the money is in our account. That means every investor deposits the money in their own account, and you allow the trader to trade your account by the power of attorney. If anything happened to the trader where he's unable to trade, literally the money is there. Only the damage is you got no experience of the huge potential. The money is there, you can withdraw it back. Second, if anything happened to the trader after he placed the trade, what I've done is every trade after he placed, the brokerage will send me a signal through a VPS to me. Like I make sure I want to see whether this trader is entering the right volume or not. I'm doing this because not to manage $1,000, because I have deposited a big amount. So I want to take care of my principle, how I manage my risk. With someone who are 10 years in the industry, who knows deeper, more in depth about the risk and the potential. I want to manage my money properly. That's how I manage the risk. So if anything happens to the trader, the program is cancelled. But if the trader in between, like he entered a big volume or something, psychologically affected, he entered a big trade, that once he places the trade, it will trigger me, and I have a checklist. This week you should enter this volume. If you do off the thing, I will interfere the trade and stop the trade. So this is how I control my damage. Second, the brokerage. How safe my money in the brokerage? So we have collaborated with 2 brokers. First is IG, And Oxley, IG is in the market more, since 1974. It's more than 40 years plus, and they're regulated in a few countries. And this Oxley is about 2018, founded in 2018, and about 2 years. Both are regulated. This is regulated in many countries. This is regulated in, if I'm not mistaken, Cyprus or some other countries. So the regulation is a bit tighter in IG, and the spread for Bitcoin trading is higher in IG because more regulated, and the spread and the minimum deposit for IG is $25,000. So which I see it's not very possible for many people to do. So that's the reason I collaborated with another broker, Oxley, which many brokers don't provide Bitcoin trading. So, and with a high spread. So this ours is like a very minimal spread. So will the broker, this is the first question, will the broker pay upon fund maturities? Okay, this is very important. I personally have this doubt, and what I've done is I'll make a special two arrangement with a broker where I want the fund that I bring in, or my fund with this trader, under a segregated account, which will be audited on a weekly basis. I want to see my money in a separate account. I don't want the money to be to their business account where they might use our fund for their personal expansion or business expansion, which I don't want that. So I want the account to be audited every single week. So in between, if I see that the broker is not providing the thing, we will stop the trade and withdraw the entire money. So this is my role to take care of the risk. Second, every trade that triggered, I want to see the liquidity provider detail, which, like, let's say this trade, once the trader places a buy in a Bitcoin USD, and I want to see who's taking the orders, who's providing the liquidity, so that is a real money is being generated. Okay. Third, why do I need to raise money when I have this kind of opportunity? For me to have these two arrangement, the brokers ask me to deposit $500 because make sure they benefit from on the growth, so the spread, everything. So I've deposited almost 20% of this fund. Now I need to raise balance $400,000 from the market, where I want to present this opportunity to my circle of friends, and I want them to understand the risk and reward and how the opportunity is presenting to them. Then you take advantage. Now, the terms and conditions, if you see our WCE landing page, all the information is here, and this FAQ over here, all the questions that you have in your mind, we will have answered. But let me update the terms and conditions. This opportunity is simple. $1,000 into $78,000, then I will stop, because why I stop at 78,000, I'm not growing to the future, because this trader have done it earlier, and I believe he can do it again because of the system. But turning 78,000 to future, it's something that unknown territory, which he may deliver, may not able to deliver. So, but what I do is I will do up to 78,000, and we will exceed the fund, and those who take risk after that to grow your fund bigger, that's a secondary. But the first stage is turning our $1,000 to $78,000. So the profit sharing will be like 50.6% to the investor, 49.4% to the trader team. Okay. $78,000, the final amount. We will stop right after $78,000 final amount. And a lot of people ask me, can this achieve in a shorter period or longer period? I will not able to answer that, and I will not push the trader to make it fast also, because I don't want him to get stressed. I want him to just go steady, follow on his basis, okay, his style. So $78,000 minus $1,000 is a $77,000. We will split equally, and trader will take 38.5%, 38,500 WC will take, trader in the company, and the balance money will be shared with the IB, introducing broker, which is 3,800, 500 upon the maturity, and the investor will be getting 30,650. So if you see, you deposit $1,000, you make 34,000. And if you feel like $1,000 is possible, I can take the risk as a month. So people can take the risk in that. Okay. So what my advice to you guys, This is a risk disclaimers. A lot of us don't know really how to take a decision on the investment. They don't know how to take evaluate risk. I would advise you guys to don't invest money that you can't afford to can't be risk. My advice is invest only $1,000 USD. Don't risk more than that. So what you must understand, if you deposit $1,000, you have potential to earn $34,650. So this is the amazing opportunity. This is the amazing opportunity that you can experience. And if you feel like, can I deposit $2,000? That's upon your risk tolerance. And I've seen some traders who took like they say, can I deposit 3,000, 5,000? I can take the risk. So you must able to understand everything as a risk. And this one, how looking at the market and deciding the market, we have discussed trader and brokerage. The market, how safe is Bitcoin trading is the second question. First question, which I never traded with Bitcoin. And when I look at the market is very volatile. It almost moves 10% on daily basis on the value. And it's a bit risky, at the same time rewarding as well. And this trader, our trader have proven to us that with this kind of volatile market, you can trade and grow your profit. And the second risk that as a trader, I'm looking at, especially is a slippage. What is slippage is when the price opens at $10,000, like if you see the Bitcoin chart, let me show you. Okay, you see the Bitcoin chart over here? This is called slippage. This is called slippage. Let's say we have bought somewhere here. The price moved up just like that. But what if we sold here, sell here, and our stop loss is somewhere here? It would not trigger our stop loss. So there will be a risk exposure. This kind of movement, I'm seeing it very often on Forex, but Bitcoin, I've seen this like twice, one place over here and another one over here. So far in a 3 years, let me show you. Okay. In a 3 years, I've seen this twice, and this is the only risk which I can't control in this market. The rest pretty much control, and they have put the questions FAQ, what is the monthly gain, and what's the broker do I use, what do I need to use the MetaTrader, do I need to VPS. Every trade you'll be installing an MT4 in your phone or laptop. You can see the trader's performance every single week and every day. And my advice again, don't invest money that you can't afford to be risk. And my advice is invest only $1,000 and you have a potential of $34,000 over 26 months, or just give yourself 30 months. So if you feel like you want to participate, we're going to take money only from 1st May to 30th September, where you can start opening account and fund. The trading will start from 1st May to 30th September. And after that, we'll try to, because with my connection and I'm able to raise the balance $400,000 within this 6 months period, then we'll stop, because I don't want this to be reach out many people and they take this as a money scheme or money game. So I don't want. So that's the reason I never have a multi-level things. I just approach my circle of people. If you have your friends, I need some money, because to reach the $500,000, then only the entire money would be well protected. That's the idea of it. And we have put how step to the dashboard, which how to open an account and power of attorney agreement. Okay, if you need assistance to open the account and install everything on MT4, there is facilities where you just need to pay $25. Our team guys will be coming and install and explain to you everything. Then after that, you just watch your account growing. Okay, just $25 close to 100 ringgit. Yeah, 100 ringgit. So there's two type of people, like investor and someone like, hey, Pajiman, can I earn more? Is there any opportunity I can do this? Yes, there's a two potential income as an introducing broker. If you want to qualify as an IB, you must bring at least $10,000 investment collectively within a month to be qualified as IB. Now, what is potential of this trader's growth? If you see, this guy have entered 417 lot over the past 26 months. Let's take the same outcome. The income for every $1,000 investment brought in, it has a potential up to 400 lot, 8 to 10% per lot throughout the 26 months. That is almost 3,200 to 4,000 lot gain in over the past 26 months. So if you bring if you're an affiliate and you bring 10 clients who invest $1,000 each, or you bring 5 clients who invest $2,000 each, or you bring 3 clients who invest $3,300 each, or you bring 2 clients who invest $5,000, you will have a potential of earning $40,000 from them over the next 26 months. So this money will be paid to you every month. This $40,000, not every $40,000, like $40,000 will be prorated and give you accordingly every single month up to the 26 months. So this is the immediate income you can see from this opportunity, which I don't take the IB things because I want my money to grow to the big one and I want to harvest the capital appreciation. Second income is at the end of the investment maturity, the IB gets 5% of the total profit. Why I have to pay the 5%? Because I don't want people to take high risk, put 100,000, 500,000. I just want them to take a reasonable risk. $1,000 is actually many people's monthly salary, and if at all you lose the money, you still can continue your life. So I don't want people to take a huge risk, and the money that, if you can't afford to take the $1,000 risk, please do not invest, do not participate in this program. You just close the video and don't see this anymore. This is for someone who can take the risk and can enjoy the benefit. Only for them. Okay, at the end I'm giving a 5%. Let's say the IB brings $1,000 investment, which is compounded to 70,000 over 26 months, and this is what I explained earlier, how the profit sharing splits. So the trader, where's the slide? The IB trader takes 38,500. The IB takes 3,850. So that's 3,850. So literally without any investment, I'll be able to get almost 3,850, which I rounded to 3,900. And if you bring 10 clients, you get 39,000 to 40,000 over here. So close to $80,000. Now, what is this money can do to you? So you probably can use this too. Now the market is going to depression. A lot of people are going to lose their wealth over the next 2-3 years. And I see a lot of people are going to go bankrupt. So this is the opportunity for us to invest, stay quiet. After 3 years, we harvest the profit, invest back in a stock market and buy a cheap stocks or invest in business to revive back. So it's a huge upside with a little downside. And if the little downside is too huge for you, please do not take the trade. Do not participate in this program. So again, I'm emphasizing people because I know people don't know how to evaluate risk. Do not invest the money that you can't be risk. My advice, just invest $1,000. And that's all the presentation, guys. And we got about almost 78 people over here viewing this. Thank you for the opportunity. So the present. If you want to take advantage, please contact the person who presented the opportunity to you. And all the information's in the landing page. And I don't want any information mislead. Whatever I put in the landing page is the real information, because by the time information passed down many people, the information takes to different forms. So I don't want that to take place here. And the real account statement is stated here. So those who see this, you want to take advantage, participate in this program, please contact the person who will present the opportunity to you. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for allowing me to present, and I'll see you guys on the other end. Thank you. Bye.